Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Tuesday, September the 27th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get in, and I am live between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and I share my screen all day long also. Usually start around quarter to 9, all times Eastern, of course. And if you'd like to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas, just type this in, click on it, and you'll be shown a promo code. And just as an example, it'll cost you a little over $4 a day for a full year subscription to everything we have to offer. All right, well, I am in a couple of trades still. I'm in ERI, ERII, and I'm in OMN. OMN is a Holly alert. I'm in at, what is my price? I'm in at 817, so it's just kind of hanging in this area here. Why I liked it, you know what, and I'll get the bigger charts here, but I'm still in area. I'm in at 1642, and I sold some at 1661. And again, let me just get a bigger chart up. We can really sort of examine why I'm in these. Bear with me for a second here. Okay, so for instance, on the OMN, this came from Holly. And take a look at the daily chart. And I think perhaps you'll see, and this is the actual strategy is called the 5-day bounce, so you can see what's happening. Maybe we're getting a bounce now, but I love the void. I mean that's what it's really all about. It may not work, you know, they don't all work, of course, but I do like when I see something like this. I definitely like the daily chart. So again, it may not work. I'm in at 817. I'm down a little bit so far, but we'll see what happens. And the same thing with the ERII, why I got into this, and this came from, oh, I know what it was. It was in my Holly watch list. It's been in my Holly watch list for quite a while. And, this was a high flyer for a few days, and then it's had this pullback. I noticed this. I said, okay, if it takes out 1650, it could have a run, and there's no resistance. I mean, there's no resistance looking left going back a few years. So consequently, I actually ended up taking the trade a little bit more prematurely. A lot of people say, well, I thought you were going to wait for 1650. I ended up taking the trade at 1642. And as I say, I did sell some at 1661, and that allows me to hold on. Excuse me, that allows me to hold on now during this pullback. If it got back down to 1642, I'll probably get out of it. But you know what? I don't mind taking this trade at all, not based on that daily. And just keeping an eye on OMN. Now, let's take a look at what I did early on. Cara was just a nice trade. It's funny, people say I actually got into this trade at 810. Again, it was another one on my Holly watch list early on. Where was it? I think it was. Oh, I know what happened. I think I did I made a change here. That's right. I'm sorry. I made a change here. Was getting I made a change so that the alerts were only coming in every 30 minutes. Just a second here. Let me get rid of the email alerts. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, what happened is that when I made a switch. Why am I getting this one up here? Let me just delete that one. Okay. I made a switch on my Holly watch list, and I switched it. Let's see, what did I do here? Properties, don't repeat. I think I had it for every 5 minutes, and when I made it a switch to 30 minutes, when you do that, and I switched at 10:32. Anyway, you have to trust me. Kara was alerted to me right around $8, and I ended up taking the trade right here at 810. Actually, right here, just over the whole number. Took the trade. Let's put a mark here. Took the trade right here, and look what happened. It just accelerated right after that. I took some off at 823 on the way up. I took some off at 841, 842, and it got as high as 860. Unfortunately, I did not get all the way up there, and the rest at 845, but it was a really nice trade. Of note, it actually triggered a little bit later on in Holly today. And let's see, the first trigger was at 824. Yeah, it was at 824 right here, and but I was just a little bit earlier than Holly, and people have jokingly said in the room anyway. Sometimes that happens to me. I take a trade, and then a little bit later, Holly alerts to it. But this was a Holly. This was on my Holly watch list. This had been triggered several days before, so I just liked the way this looked. That's why I kept it on the list, and so that worked out really, really well. Um, let's see. I did take a loss in INVT. This looked like this had some promise in the pre-market. It was, kind of a little bit active. Did take a loss. Unfortunately, I got in here at about 207 on this candle. I missed the pop here. I got a little distracted. Should have sold some here. Anyway, bottom line is that as it broke underneath 2, I took the loss on this trade. What else was there? Oh, VBLT was another Holly trade. And it's a little bit frantic. And I was able to take the trade at let's see, Holly's alert on VBLT was at 540. So right here. I actually ended up taking the trade right here at 544. And again, look at these candles. I mean, that just exploded up. I was able to get out some at 567 on the way up. Unfortunately, on the way down, I did sell, just for pennies on this when it dropped. But now it's been very, very strong ever since. I mean, if you were to draw a trend line, you would see this constantly making new highs. I'm sorry, higher lows. So which is what you'd like to see. And let's see what else we got here. Had a loss, unfortunately, on this one. This one was a really tough one. PTCT. This was a Holly trade that I was, the alert came in at 1198, and it popped up immediately, and I watched it come back down. I didn't take the trade, and I watched it come back down. Got into the trade at 1219, all the way up here. Oh, man, that doesn't look so good, does it? Right up here around 1219. It did have a little pop up to 1224. It looked like it was going to start to move. This was really, really tough, and I ended up getting out of the trade at 1212. I just didn't like the way it was traded, and glad I did, because it definitely when it went through 12. But again, take a look at the daily chart. You'll see probably why this one has to be watched going forward. And I'm going to have an alert right there. You know what? I'm going to put it right around 1236. I'm going to stick that alert there, because if it can take out basically a little bit above the high of today, you see that high right there, but look at the void. Look at the potential void fill, gap fill that could happen if it can get above this. So I'll watch this one tomorrow. Just didn't work out for me today. And let's see what else. That's about it. It's just going to get back to the room. Airy looks like I'm going to take myself out of the last bit. It's basically where I bought it. OMN, I'm just watching to see if it can at least hold 807. I wouldn't want to see it go down to below here. And, we'll see what happens on that one. Okay, I'm out of the Airy. Basically flat on that second bit. Okay. Certainly still want to watch it tomorrow, but I'm all out of the Airy right now, basically flat. Okay. I'm going to close these down. Close this one down, and we're back to our home screen. So this is how to get into our room. I usually open it again around 8:45 Eastern Daylight Time, and I get live on the mic between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. And it is free, no strings attached. We don't ask for a credit card or anything like that. Come on into the room. We got a lot of great traders in the room, and if you do feel compelled to take hopefully at some point, take out a subscription, you can type this link in or this address in, click on it, and you'll be given a promo code, and it works out to about a little over $4 a day for Trade Ideas Premium, which is everything we have to offer on an annual basis. All right, thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.